Hey guys, what is up? It is Rhino here with Regulator Airsoft, and what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be showing you guys how to remove a gearbox from a M4, and it's pretty much the exact same thing for M16. I don't have like a view finder, if you will, on this camera, so I'm hoping you guys can get pretty much just the basic layout, because this is pretty much all you need to see of the weapons. So yeah, I just want to go over what kind of tools you'll be needing real quick. One, you'll be needing a Phillips screwdriver, possibly, depending on how long your stock is, a extra long Phillips screwdriver, a magnetic Phillips screwdriver, which the regular size one I have is not magnetic, so that's why I need that second one. Possibly a small Phillips screwdriver, you know, a lot of screwdrivers, and a star key, and possibly Allen key. These are for your, this here is for your 2 receiver bolts. You can also get a kit that this comes with that has all different types, so basically I don't really need all these other screwdrivers. I just like to have each tool to have its own job. So you have to bear with me because I'm kind of doing this the other way so you guys can get a good view of this. So there might be some moving around and stuff, but yeah. Okay, so what I usually like to do first is take out the receiver bolts. Oh, also make sure you have pliers and some type of container to keep all your parts in. It's always handy. So remove your receiver bolts, which basically all you need to do to remove your receiver bolts, just pop it right on out and pull. There's the front one. The reason I have pliers is because this bolt here can be a little bit hectic, and sometimes it'll spin on its own. It'll spin freely. So I just kind of gotta hold it in place while I unscrew it. Yeah, again, I hope you guys are getting a good view of this. If not, I'll redo the video for you guys, but I'll put this one up just kind of so you guys get a feel for it. So now that you got that removed, you can just pretty much just come on, slide your front receiver off, and there's the top of your gearbox. Now you also want to remove your stock. Make sure you do not have your battery in this, otherwise you're gonna have to redo it. But so on a collapsible stock like this, collapsible crane stock, and I'm pretty sure for any other collapsible stock, all you gotta do is just pull that up, slide off, there you go, and you won't be needing your stock or front receiver anytime soon. Okay, so now we basically just got this, right? Now you basically have one of 4 options you can do next. This, you have one of 4 options here you can either to do next. You can either take out your gearbox pin, remove the mag release, remove your handle or your grip, excuse me, that contains your motor, or you can remove your stock. I usually like to do this, because then this, and then the stock, and then the handle, because it kind of goes from easiest to hardest. So we'll actually do the pin first. So the star key is actually pretty much perfect size, and all you gotta do is just may need to just tap it a bit using one of your screwdrivers. Just flip it over, pull right on out, there you go. there's that. Now, this is pretty much all you'll need this little screwdriver for, is basically just for this mag release. So just unscrew the mag release button. Make sure you do not lose that little screw. There's also a spring in here. Make sure you don't lose the spring. And then this is just pretty much just come right out in place. This is why it's so important to have a container, especially like if you're working on carpet, because it is so easy to lose parts to guns, and I've done it many times before. So I don't know if you guys can see down there. I'm pretty sure you can't, but this is your battery cable, which then leads down into your gearbox here, which goes into here, and then that connects to your motor, and they all meet up. So this is why you may need the extra long screwdriver, is because there's a screw down there that screws your stock into the gearbox. Because I think it screws into the back of the gearbox. Might just screw into the back of the plastic, but I don't know. We're about ready to find out. So just unscrew that, and be careful you don't catch your wires as you're pulling this out, because you can tear the connector off. Okay, so once you unscrew that, watch your connector. Just pull it right on out, actually. Make sure you get the screw, washer, and bolt catch, I guess is what you could call it, down out, and pull it out. Make sure you do not catch this on here, because it can tear and rip off, and you'll have to pretty much just either rewire it and get a new one of these, or possibly even get a new gearbox. And then just remove this piece. Make sure you keep those together, and your stock is now off. The only thing left to take off is the handle. Let's just see our screwdriver here. Sorry if you guys can't see this, but I'm just unscrewing these two screws. You don't really need to see anything. Now, as in for okay, I have now removed the plate. Make sure you do not lose the screws. As in for containers, I usually like to use a bowl, because I'm going to have to dump stuff out and to get each piece, but it still works. Now, when you first remove that, this is your motor. This is usually where the M4 motor is. There's this little piece right here that goes on top. Whatever you do, make sure you do not lose this, and this is also why the pliers come in handy, is because this motor's magnetic. So you may need to use the pliers to get it out. Anyway, this is very important. Alright? Black, negative. Red, always positive. And just unhook these. Now usually on many motors there's a little red dot, and that just shows that that's the connector that your positive will go to. And your motor should just slip right on out. Like I said, this is magnetic, so that metal piece will stick to it, and it can actually be a pain to put back on as you're reassembling it. So that's your motor. Make sure to keep these two pieces together, which it sticks to it, so that's kind of an upside of it. But then you got that, and you got your wires. Make sure to pull them out of the way. I don't know if you guys can see down there, but there's 2 screws. Some M4s have 4, and I think that's way overkill, because you don't really need them. Now unscrewed those 2 screws, and you should just be able to pull your handle right off. Make sure you don't catch your wires. Make sure to guide them through. Make sure you still don't lose your screws. Make sure to put them in your container, and just guide your wires back through. And there's your handle. Set that aside, and your gearbox, willing that everything came out, or willing that everything's sitting in there beautifully, should just inch forward and slide out, and there you go, your M4 gearbox. I'll also be doing a video later removing all these screws and taking the gearbox and actually opening up the shell, and showing you what's in there, please, and basically just putting it all back together is doing everything in reverse. So if you could get to this stage, hopefully your memory's good and you can just throw it all back in. So yeah, and if you can't, there's other videos out there doing this that I'm pretty sure they'll show you how to put it back together. But if you can get to this stage, you can do it putting it back together, so you should have no problem with that. Make sure to comment on this video. Tell me like, you want to say how do you take the spring out, or how to replace the spring without damaging anything, you know, something you want to do with me with the gearbox, or painting weapons. I'm also going to have a video on that. This M4, as you can see, I custom painted into a snakeskin pattern. I'll also be doing a video on that. Anything else? I also got a number of other weapons coming, videos that I'm going to do on just how to take care of them, how to maintain them, what to bring to an airsoft battle, you know, stuff like that. Just like, comment, and subscribe, guys. It really means a lot to us here at Regulator Airsoft, and we just would really like for this channel to grow. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate it a lot. And I know I'm speaking on my behalf as well as the other guys on the team, as we would really like for you guys to tell us what you'd like to see done or what you'd like to see happen. There will also be live gameplay. So thanks, guys, so much. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what else you'd like to see. We'll also be having loadout videos coming very soon.